Ain't that pretty? So pretty. Good morning, campers. Beautiful spring day here in Quebec, Canada. If you're new here, this channel is all about my 1968 Glendale Voyageur camper trailer. Today we are going to first take it out of the winter storage and then we're going to back it up in the yard near the shop to try to install the 3-way fridge we just bought for it. So that's the plan, but first you have to understand this thing is full of asbestos, so we're going to have to work on that first. On a side note, I went out and looked at camera prices to get a better camera for these videos. I realized, oh boy, it's expensive. So all the money I would be spending on camera gear is not going to be money that I'm going to be spending on that trailer. So I went the cheaper way and bought a chest mount for my iPhone. And behold the magic. Ta-da! 2 hands. Ain't that nice? I'll be able to work and you can watch what I'm doing. Now, let's take this Jeep, back it up, and bring that trailer near the shop. Boom. We have a lot of things to do in order to get ready for camping in a couple days. First, we can get rid of the stove because it's summertime and it's nice out. And then I'm going to put the window back in because it's always nicer. And then we will tackle this little area here. Face mask. Purple cartridge. Yes, you're right. Asbestos. The previous owner built, well, I don't know which previous owner, but built an alcove there for a propane heater, and he was really a man of his time because to protect against fire he just laced the whole thing with asbestos in the back. That's why you see all that red tape, because last time I went camping I made sure that every single little crack was sealed because I didn't want to have any here. There's one thing you got to know about asbestos is, like, if you don't mess with it, it's fine. If you mess with it, it's going to create dust. The dust is dangerous. If you inhale it, the dust is really dangerous. That's why you need a proper gas mask with the purple cartridge. Also, you need to get the worst clothing you can get and then throw it away in the garbage after. That's quite a bit of work. Let's see if we can wrap all this up before Sunday, because I'm going up north Sunday. I don't know why. You set yourself some clear goal and then you always end up fiddling other things than what you said you would. But I got lights, 12 volts. This one is working. That one isn't. So I checked. I have my 12 volts on the connectors here. So we are going to open it up and see. I think the switch is busted. Oh, would you look at that? Some more asbestos. Damn. That's gotta be asbestos as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I guess I could just rip it out and run it without, because it's to protect from the heat from this bulb, but I'm probably just going to get some LED lights so I can get rid of this asbestos. When I put my mask on, I'll rip this out. All right, it is time. I got my best outfit on. Gonna put some gloves and tape the whole thing. I got my rubber boots on so I can wash them down afterwards. Putting some gloves. I'm not really scared of the asbestos per se. I'm just more scared that the dust that gets on it, and then I get that dust inside of the house. If it touches your skin, it's not a problem. You take a shower Just you don't want to breathe in the dust. And by extension, you don't want to bring the dust inside your home. So that's why you want to get rid of everything that can catch the fiber and the dust. All right, I got my hoodie on my head so I don't get dust in my hair. And now putting on my pink mask and my red. Man, I feel absolutely ridiculous. But hey, safety first, kids. And I guess I'm just gonna shut up from now on. Let's go. Oh man, that is a lot of asbestos. I don't know if I would have bought this trailer if you told me there was so much asbestos in it. Just like the previous guy, just if he could have wrapped it all up in asbestos, I think he would have. So scared of fire, he probably died of cancer. Whew. Just taking my breath here a little bit. I'm on Zoom, so I'm not that close. I'm gonna try to vacuum it all inside as well to get as much dust out of there. Whew. All right, still a few hours before dark. Let's keep going. we're now the morning after the asbestos incident. Nice and beautiful today again, so we're gonna be able to do lots of work. Ouch. I should probably put that thing away. What's the orders of things today? We are going to screw the floor to the subframe that we created in the last video because we couldn't screw it. It was full of metal here, remember? So we're going to do that, and then we are going to drill holes through the plywood to bolt the whole floor to the metal frame, and we're going to do that in the back as well. And normally there would be a bolt on every corner plus 2 in the middle, but we're probably going to try to put 4 on every end, and of course the 2 in the middle here. And then after that it's going to be the gravy. We're going to try to install the fridge in here because I would very much like to have a fridge on this trip. And we have a day to do all of that. It's doable. I think it's doable. Yeah, it's doable. Let's do it. Oh, battery dead. Okay, so I have 2 bolts here, 3, 4 bolt holding the front portion, and then you can't see it, but there's 1 bolt, 2 bolt, 3 bolt, and over there 4 bolt holding the back portion. And then I have near the door 1 bolt here and 1 bolt here, and I'm supposed to have another middle one here, but let me show you outside. If I put it here, it's gonna be underneath the wall, so I can't access the head of the bolt. And if I decide to drill another hole there, there's a void, so it's just gonna collapse the floor. So I guess I'm just gonna skip that one. I'm gonna have 8 bolts, 10 bolts in total. When I redo the wall, I'll redo that one. It'll be good for now. So, classic style me. I've bolted down everything, and I've adjusted the frame to go with the wall, to just realize that I should have adjusted it with the tires, because here I have a 1/4 inch, which is pretty tight, and on the other side I have about 3/4 inch. I don't know if you can see. I have a 3/4 inch, so I need to have a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch on the other side. I have to unbolt everything and see if I can push the trailer a little bit to that side, and then retighten them down. Oh well. Details. Well, that was annoying. Spent a good hour trying to get this thing to all line up, but now I have 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch on the other side. Oh, and if you were like me and you thought I could just get bigger tires, yeah, well, not really, eh? Well, I have another trick for that, but still not too much bigger, can I? Well, I had to re-drill everything because I moved the trailer 1/4 inch, and yeah, that didn't line up anymore. So it's easier to just re-drill an inch further. How to waste time 101. Let's do all the other 3 here, and let's get to the fridge. Yes, the fridge. Let's start working on the fridge. We're gonna have to first remove all the plywood that's on it, and then get the true measurement to see how it fits in the hole. It should fit. I hope it fits. Wow. $30 nail, because when you get it in your tire, it costs you 30 bucks. That's pretty clean. Oh, it's dented over here. No paint peeling off. Not too bad. All in all, it's a pretty good thing. I saw it work when I bought it, so I know it works. Now we can take the true measurement and see how we are going to fit it in the camper. Let's do that. From the edge of the counter to the back, I have about 20 inch. 20 inch gives me, well, to the bottom it's 22 inch. That gives me about 2 inch clearance in the back at the bottom, but at the top, that gives me about 10 inch. So I kind of have like a hidden compartment over there, like a hidden space I could use for something. Not now, but eventually maybe a battery pack or something. Could do a little hidden shelf there. I'll think about something. I don't like in such a small space to have dead space. All right, now that we know that the fridge fits in the hole here, we can start tackling another thing. I'm gonna call it a cheat again, because the wall here is a lot more damaged than I thought it was. I know that from when it starts to curve, all that section on both sides is quite damaged. But again, I think I'm gonna cheat, because I know that the studs, let's call them studs, are fairly sound about here, and they seem to be quite damaged all the way to about maybe a foot. So since this is going to be behind the fridge, it doesn't need to be pretty, so I don't have to redo the whole wall for now. I'll do that later when I have more time and money, but I think I'm just going to cut a little bit of piece here, see what's underneath, and then I'm gonna, because I have enough space with the fridge, to put a piece of plywood here and screw some new structural piece there, and they're all going to be screwed in the plywood. So that's going to be, I feel, pretty strong. Anyway, it's going to make sure I don't do a Superman when I'm on the highway. Wow. I thought I was smart. Ain't that pretty? So pretty. So there was an old junction box here, but maybe that's actually what got all the water in here, or maybe not. Anyway, wow, I am. So what I need to do is measure this before I actually destroy everything. This is full of nails, so we're gonna have to clean it all up, vacuum, put another piece, screw it in place, and I'm gonna double up these rotted one here on the side. It'll be fixed. Anyway, I think it's gonna be strong enough. All right, let's do this, because the light's going down. I've cut a few pieces of wood. It's just an old 2x4 I had on the scrap piles with the price of lumber these days. So we're gonna put a few screws to hold the plywood to the subframe. Then we're gonna put this lower mount, and then we're gonna stuff a couple of these to brace the rotted part here. And I have an old piece of plywood that I've cut out over here that's gonna go right on top. Yep, that's another leftover from another project. It's going behind the fridge. I don't need to have nice shiny new wood, especially with the price of plywood these days. So there you go, nice and strong, not pretty. It's a temporary fix. Well, at least that's what I tell myself. And then we're gonna be able to stuff the fridge on top of it, so no one will ever see this ugly little thing. All right, let's keep going. Time to do a test fit. That's gonna be quite heavy, I'm not sure how. That's good. All right. It's easier to carry if you take the door off. Here is a placement test fit. Couple things I didn't realize, because you can't before you install it, is that there's no space for the door frame over here. It opens fine, but somehow there's no space for the door frame. So it kind of tells me that I guess there never was a fridge there before, but there's fridge vents. So it must have been a different fridge. We'll never know. Also, the stove is off now so you can see, but there should be a sheet metal thing here to make sure the exhaust plume, the exhaust fume don't go in the trailer, but vent outside through those vents. So somehow I need some sheet metals or something that'll be directing the flue vent outside. Hardware stores are closed at this hour, so I'm not going to be able to do that today. I wonder what I can actually accomplish right now. Also, I need something here, but that's probably not going to happen today because I'm supposed to leave tomorrow, so I'm really probably going to skip one day. And over here is supposed to be a little drawer for the utensils, which I don't have. But yeah, ironically, the colors match with the trailer somewhat, even though I think it's ugly. But that's going to be repainted, and we're going to do some color matching scheme when we are going to redecorate the trailer. Right now, we're just trying to get everything in working order. So I've worked a lot in the last couple of days trying to get ready for that spring trip. The fridge is in, it's working. Sorry if I didn't film it all. I had way too many things to do, but I can show you how I did it. There's a little piece missing here as a facing. I didn't get time to do it. Everything's hooked up from the back. Over here we have the gas line. T goes to the stove. All the electrical, I need to somehow connect it over here to do like a passage, maybe a hole or something. And over here you have to make it slanted a bit like a chimney. It gets pretty darn hot, so I'm probably gonna put a space between these two, this sheet metal here. I'm not 100% sure how to hook this up. I'm confident about the gas. I was working in gas fitting when I was younger. It's just more how much space you're supposed to have. Like what I saw online is like you're not supposed to have that much space. You're supposed to create some sort of a chimney. So I guess that gives me all this space here. Eventually I could maybe block it and put a battery pack here, and you have an electrical system here. I did all of this really quickly with leftover pieces. You can see that half of them were painted one color and half of them painted just what I had around. I really need to leave tomorrow morning. So that's kind of like a sort of a test run. If I like it, eventually I'll work it, make it better. I think you've heard me saying that a couple times before, huh? Anyway, this is how it's gonna go. I'm leaving in the morning, and this is as good as it's gonna get for this trip. But we're gonna have a fridge. Eventually I want to repaint that color because I have green here and I have orange there, and that just looks like a hot dog or something. And next time either paint the floor or get some quick tiles to tile it over, because the rest is acceptable. This is annoying, that's annoying. There's a bunch of little things, you know, working on it. So that's it probably for this video. Next video is going to be up north in the bush, in the woods. And it's gonna be super nice because it's forecasting a lot of really beautiful weather. All right, so see you then.